Tell us about your work at Hickory Springs.
Well, I started out as a hand cutter, with a hand knife cutting out patterns. And then I went to bandsaw, with larger machines. And when I ended up, when I retired, I was a quality control inspector.
So you were actually cutting foam.
Yes.
Was that a woman's job?
Yes, mostly. We had some men there. Now the bandsaw and the slitter was mostly a man's job, but a woman could do it, So I worked on both of those machines a while, and then I went to inspecting and quality control.
So on that machine you had both men and women working, and both black and white?
Yes.
And how were the race relations inside the factory?
It was very good. It was very good. People were real nice, I had no problem with race, no racial problem, no.
And you didn't have, or did you have resentment because you were a woman doing a man's job?
No. I think the men had most resentment because a woman could do the man's job.
What different kinds of machines did you work on?
I started with the hand knife, and I worked on the bandsaw.
Okay, can you tell us what the bandsaw
is? There's a big table and a saw going up and down that way, and you put the material on the table and you slide the table into the blade, and you cut the material. And you got patterns. You have to know how to maneuver the material around the blade in order to cut the different patterns.
That sounds like a very demanding job.
It is.
It sounds like a dangerous job.
Yeah, well, it is. You have to be careful, very careful. We cut stuff like this, how you go around these ears and all that, there's different material.
How many fabrics would you cut at one time?
What do you mean?
Did you have several layers of fabric you were cutting?
Yes, if the material come in bonds, like, a big, they would be about 35 inches tall, and I guess about that wide.
You're talking about like maybe 48
inches wide? Yes, something like that.
4 feet wide?
You get it up on the saw, and you have to cut down what you want, what you want to cut, and you cut out, and about like 7 inches. If you got 5-inch cushions that you're cutting, you'll cut your block. Say if you want to cut 4 or 5 cushions, you cut it the height to get the amount of cushions. And then after you do that, then it goes to the slitter. The slitter is a machine. This has a blade going across like this, and the blade goes up and down, and it cuts the height of the cushion out of this particular block that you cut on the bandsaw.
Okay, so this is a horizontal blade.
Yes, it's going, and it goes and cuts down there, and it's automatic. You're working with buttons on the slitter, up and down, and then and fork backwards and forward.
Are these covered blades? They're open blades, aren't they?
They are covered. Just the edge of them they're covered. They have a guard. Have a guard on them.
Then where does it go?
Well, it depends on what they want. Now, some of them they want what they call codel, covered with another fabric that they have a glue line where they glue these different things on them. Sometimes they have to have you cut them. Sometimes there's 2 or 3 different parts to this particular cushion, and that goes to the glue line, and they put all this together and before it goes out.